a week, 365 days a year. We're always here. We just keep showing up. No excuses, just free picks. Of course, if you want individual pick videos, you just go around to our YouTube channel, and I break them down by game. If you want them all together and then opinions from other handicappers on just multiple picks, well, that's this show. And, of course, the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not on that show, so if it's too much Mitch for you, like a lot of people have said about this show, then you go to the drive-thru. It's Tony T and Chris, and then they have a roster of premium handicappers that come on and give picks where they have late information. You know, sometimes like we don't get that late information here. You know, we're just getting a look, and then information could change on the drive-thru. Just like I do those video picks, the information could change here. So sometimes these picks are not the same as my video picks because I've gotten late information. And I will say that, I try to. And then the drive-thru is even like it's the last minute stuff. So it's the good stuff. It's without Mitch. Anyways, speaking about without Mitch, we're going to bring in our regular crew. We got Brian, Chris, and Rod. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
So Mitch's mailbag yesterday, I got an email from the Indian Cowboy, and he said that he never called out anybody and that, he's a good guy and all this other stuff. And I believe that he's a good guy and all that other stuff. But just because you don't say somebody's name specifically doesn't mean you didn't call them out. If you say yabba dabba do, but don't say the word of the person that says that, are you calling out that person? If you say, hey, are you calling out that person? Would people be able to identify that person?
Yeah, associate.
Yeah. So if you say, I do more free pick videos than anyone, is there a person that says that in every video they do?
I can think of one.
Yeah, I could think of one too. So just because you don't mention somebody's name doesn't mean you didn't call them out. Okay? It doesn't mean that. And just because you're a man of God and you're kind doesn't mean you're not a coward. Everyone has their own way of dealing with things, right? I'm head on, straightforward. This is who I am. You got what you got. I'm raw, right? I'm raw. I don't sugarcoat things. People say, I have no enemies. If you have no enemies, then you've never stood up for yourself. You've never taken a stand on anything if you have no enemies. If you have no enemies, you've never taken a side. You've never taken a stand, and you've never stood up for yourself. That's what I have to say. Indian Cowboy seems like a nice guy. I'll let it slide. I will let it go. Arun, Shiva, whatever. We're all good. But this whole you never called me out is a crock of shit, okay? I will say that much. It just because I'm a name caller doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's like, if you steal from somebody, right? And that person just happens to be a name caller, does that make the stealing right? All of a sudden? No, it doesn't. So it's just because we have different ways of addressing things, it doesn't mean I'm the bad guy. It doesn't mean you're the good guy. If you say, I do more free pick videos than anyone, like that, in your video, you're mocking me. And you get what you get, because this dog bites. And that's the way you do business, and that's the way I do business, and it might be different, but I don't care. No one will ever call me a coward, ever. And, I will never dodge the issue. I will never tap dance around it. And, that's just my style. You seem like a good guy. There was a time where I tried to do something with Wade that we could do videos together. I thought that would have been really cool. Indian Cowboy and me doing videos together. That would imagine what those would have been like. Imagine the amount of people that would have watched that. But, I'm just saying I'm letting it go at this point. But I'm not letting you off the hook to say that you never called me out, okay? Because if you say yabba dabba do, but don't say Fred Flintstone, we all know who the hell you're talking about. It doesn't mean you didn't talk about somebody. It just means you didn't have the balls to say their name. I had the balls to say yours. And you can, believe me, I give you plenty of ammo to work with. You can say Mitch. I don't care. Believe me, I'm not perfect. I'm not even close, man. I am not even close. And my wife says that I hide behind that. That I say, you know, I'm not perfect, I'm not even close, and that I think that excuses my actions. And, you know, I don't think it excuses my actions. You know, it doesn't excuse them, but it is what it is, you know? It's like, maybe it explains why I do it, but it doesn't excuse them, you know? I know I cross lines. But one thing no one will ever call me is a coward or not authentic or any of those things like that or dishonest. No one will ever say those things about me. Anyways, Brian, what are you selling? I just wanted to address that. Now it's done. It's squashed. I consider us all good. But like I said, that's where I stand on it. But I consider us good. But it's just God and kindness and all that other stuff. I believe in God too, you know. Doesn't excuse me from, you know, calling the Indian scumbag or, you know, a rude shithead or any of those things. doesn't make that right, you know. Certainly doesn't make it right. Unless Brian says so.
Yep. For me today, over 748 college basketball picks, 4 seasons worth of picks. I'm hitting 55%, $43,000 up. I got 3 college basketball picks, all 3 plays for $50. No, wait, all 3 plays for $40 at BigDogs.com premium picks. Also, since I've been struggling, I got my 3-day pass for $75. Tonight's looking like Sharp's delight in college basketball. So make sure you pick up my pass, $75, 3 days, BigDogs.com.
Chris Ruffalo, how'd you like my little rant there?
Give me a little bit of time to just sit here and have some popcorn, but no, I always enjoy it.
Did I take it like 2 or 3 minutes too long? I mean, I know I do that. Did it go just a little too long there? I just wanted to cover. I wanted to cover all the bases. Omaha. I didn't say his name. Wonder who he's talking about. So kind. So fucking kind.
Well, for me today, coming off another winning day yesterday.
He does seem like a nice guy, man. I don't think he meant it that maliciously. I'm not sure if he did or not. Maybe he did. Then why would he do it, right? Why would he do it? Right? I mean, I know how I mean mine.
Well, for me today, another winning day on college basketball yesterday. I'm going to do it again today. Got 5 plays out there. Hoping to sweep the board with my Tuesday tip-off 5-pack. $34.95 over pickdogs.com, sportschatplace.com premium. Well, guys, tune into the drive-thru again tonight. We're going to have a ton of handicap. We're just waiting on the lineup from Mr. Tony T, but we're going to have a great show for you guys again tonight. We're going to have a ton of premium cappers. A lot of great picks coming your way. Stay tuned.
For me, I've got Tackle the Book Tuesday. I got 5 bets in. I got 3 college basketball, 2 NBA. Huge leads in our favor in these 5 plays. Perfect golden opportunity to tackle the books today on Tuesday. Loving today's card. Jump aboard and let's make it a nice winning Tuesday.
I hope he does make it a nice winning Tackle the Books Tuesday without saying his name. I wonder who I'm talking about.
I wonder.
Who's tackling the books on Tuesday? He's tackling the books on Tuesday.
Waiting for a tantalizing Tuesday.
Also, Steak Friday.
I know. I've actually had a couple of people message me. You should make it tantalizing Tuesday. It sounds better.
I'm not talking about you. I was talking about somebody else. I was just making a general statement. Someone else that might. So I was just saying Steak Friday. I was just happening to be saying it. What the fuck? It's like, just own it, right? I do. Doesn't make it right. So wrong. So many ways. It's who we are. Anyways, got National Basketball Association. Got the Brooklyn Nets gone from -3 to +4.5 against the Utah Jazz. So jazzed about this one. Brian, what do you think? You think too much line movement here? A little too much?
Yeah, for me, I just think the Jazz. Oh, yeah, the
because
Nets
we're
have
past
moved
the
into
4
value.
points for the Jazz here.
We're in a value
zone.
territory for the Brooklyn Nets. I don't care who they're not having on the court. I think they can do enough. We've seen what they did in seasons past with nobody. They're a scrappy bunch. So give me all the points here. I think the value for the Jazz is -2, 2.5, not 4.5. So give me the Nets here, plus the points.
Special hello to Isaiah. Chris.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Nets as well. I think I like the over better, though. I think there is going to be a ton of scoring here. I think Brooklyn can hold their own with the Jazz, but also giving up 118 points a game in Brooklyn. So give me the over, and I'll lean towards the Nets.
I like the Nets money line. I think they win this game. One less guy on the court, one less guy fighting over the ball. I think the Nets will look actually better than what they have been without him sitting on the court. I think they'll actually have to pass the ball around and actually play some basketball. I'm going to take the Nets money line, $60. I think they win this outright.
This is a good day for some tacos. I don't know, man. In the video I gave out the Jazz, but the line was the line they were getting 2.5 at the time. So it's a different story. I think this game is right around, I think it goes one way. I think one team could win or the other. This game could go one way or the other. Either they could cover or not cover. It's hard because it's like I haven't capped the game at this number, so I have no idea where I'm at. But I'm going to guess that I'm probably outside of my number that I was at. And that's why I said that to Brian to lead in, is that I think where I was with the Jazz getting points, I was good. But now with the Jazz laying over 4, I'm outside of my Jazz comfort zone. So for me, I'm just going to have to go with the under 226. How's that for a cop-out? Speaking of cop-outs, Memphis up against the Lakers. I gave out the Lakers in my video pick. This morning I woke up and I said, what was I thinking? I never take the Lakers. I'm on Memphis. Traitor.
Yeah, I'm on Memphis as well. I had the Lakers in the first game of this back-to-back short series here, but I'm going to go with Memphis in this one. I think it's hard to blow out a team twice in back-to-back games unless you're the Sixers playing the Hornets. So take the points with Memphis here.
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards Memphis as well. Just think we get a more focused game from Dylan Brooks, and I think we get a better effort from the Memphis Grizzlies to keep this one a little bit closer than they did the first meeting. So give me Memphis in the points.
Rod?
For me, I like the under. Give me the under 218. I think both teams play a good defensive game, and we don't get a whole high-scoring game here. Give me the under. The under is 9-0 the last meetings between these two teams. So I'll take a shot with the under again. Give me the under 218.
Got the Nuggets up against the Timberwolves. I'm 0-78 in Timberwolves games. Take the T-Wolves here plus the points. I haven't won a Timberwolves game in 6 years. I mean, I can't. I mean, I could bet for them. I could bet against them. Doesn't matter. They're 2-4 against the spread. I'm 0-6 on Timberwolves games. Brian?
Yeah, it's just a little lean in this game, but I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets. I know I just said about taking teams back-to-back to blow teams out, but I think Denver played in Minnesota. Now they're at home. I just think Denver's starting to click again. So I'm going to lay the points here in a lean with Denver.
Be sure to smash that like button.
Turn on notification bells.
Hey.
We should have a cutaway scene. That would work better.
In a different colored shirt. I'm going to lean towards the Timberwolves here. It's lean at best, like 51-49, but just I don't think that Denver hasn't been the same kind of cover team that we were riding last season, as bad as Minnesota's been. They're actually same record against the number as Denver is this year, so I'll take Minnesota in the points.
I'll take Denver. Minnesota, no Towns. Towns going to be out for at least a nice extended month. That's not good news for the Timberwolves, losing your big guy. God, it's going to be a rough month for the Timberwolves. Fade-opotamus. Give me Denver. Lay the big number. They easily get this win.
Brian, Ruffalo and his fiance sent me cookies for Christmas. It's January 5th. What's the over-under on Valentine's Day? You like the over or under that I'll get these cookies by Valentine's Day? I like the over, personally.
Under. Well, I don't know. We're all talking about the Canadian Postal Service and then sending it to an island, so it could be next Christmas.
It could be March Madness. I mean, I could be bringing them to Vegas for the March Madness party.
Did they make it out of Canada yet?
They said they've arrived in a foreign country, so whether or not that's the U.S. or maybe they're in Bulgaria or something right now, and they're inspecting Christmas cookies.
I ordered some golf shirts online. They went to Panama or something first, and then they had to go back through Memphis through FedEx. And,
it's like when your Uber driver has to make one extra stop on the way to pick you up or something, or bring you your food.
Oh man. Anyways, we got the
They
Clippers.
come tomorrow. They're still in time for Christmas because tomorrow's Ukrainian Christmas Eve. So.
Well, he meant next Christmas. Yes, Christmas 2021, the better Christmas. It's gonna be a better Christmas. It's like he's gonna mail them in the summer for this coming Christmas.
Oh yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
These cookies have green fuzz. What is this?
Loaded with butter. They're loaded with butter. Lots of dairy in there. You got the Clippers and the Spurs. It's the thought that counts, man. It is.
Yeah. Well, my package came back to me. They were like, we can't mail this.
Brian, how would you like to have been the postal clerk when Zawacki gets the package back? How do you think that day at the post office went?
It wasn't very tantalizing, that's for sure.
It's like, who's the poor bastard that was next, that had to call the next in line? It's like, next? Oh, shit. Clippers against the Spurs. Brian, this line came out late.
Spurs losers of 4 straight, but this is a well-coached team, and they just got their asses handed to them in the last game. I think they're going to bounce back in the fight, the good fight tonight, and keep it close to the Clippers relatively. So I'll take the points with the Spurs.
I'm going to take the under here. I think it's just in 226 is just a bit too high for the total. Under's 4-1 in the last 5, so give me the under.
For me, I'll take the Spurs as well. I think that's too many points. I think Spurs come here and have a good game, keep us close. Clippers win by 6.
I don't know about this one. I think the Clippers. I don't have a good feel for this game. It's a lot of points, and the Spurs have been playing badly. But normally, when the Spurs are, when you least expect it from the Spurs, that's when they normally deliver. But the Clippers are so loaded; they could turn it off and turn it on, like a switch. Tough call. Portland against the Bulls.
Yeah, for me, no premiums in the NBA today, so I'm able to give out picks on every single game here for free. I like the Bulls. I think they're playing better basketball. There's a ton of points. I got it at 10 this morning for my small wager. I think as long as you're getting 8.5, you should be all right with the Bulls.
Was that before the COVID information or after?
What is it now? I don't.
Markkanen's out. Hutchinson's out. Brian Archdiakono. Thomas Satoransky.
What's the current line on that game?
Portland minus 9.5.
I'm still going with the Bulls. I'm not. I got 10. I'm all right with where I'm at. But I think you're still all right with 8.5. I'm gonna stick with my Bulls.
I'm gonna lean towards Portland here just because of those COVID issues. I just think it takes away a lot of Chicago's depth. They got still have some decent pieces like Zach LaVine, but it's a lot of depth to try to replace for a game. So give me Portland.
Yeah, I'm with you. Give me Portland here. I also like the under because all those guys out going to be less scoring in this game. Bulls are definitely not going to keep up their torrid scoring pace like they have been, not with those guys out. Give me the under and Portland.
I like Portland here, too. I'm going to take the Blazers. Trying to do customer service. I'm doing the show. I'm doing everything at once here. That's what I do. I'm a juggler. And a name caller.
That picture you posted on Facebook, was your golf ball yellow?
Yeah.
I hate those yellow balls.
I like it.
They don't seem to fly as far as the white ones do.
It's a Pro V1 Titleist. It's exactly the same as the other Titleist.
I'm just weird about my ball. I'm weird about my golf.
No. Some people like the white. Some people like the yellow.
Yeah, to throw golf in there.
For me, the yellow is for me the yellow is is easier to see. That's all.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about pink maybe if I was going to be hitting.
Because I play by myself, so it's like, I don't always see the ball when I hit it. Because I'm looking down, if you keep your head down, you don't see the ball always. Like that shot, I knew I had yanked it. Like I knew it. I hit a 5-wood, and I knew I yanked it. It was my second shot on a par 5, and I was actually aiming out to the right, and it leaves me usually about between 60 and 100 yards for the third shot. I know a lot of the big hitters go for it on that second shot. It is aggressive, man, to go over that pond to a 2-tiered green. But
yeah, I would be hitting the water. But.
Yeah, that water. Normally, there's like waterfalls and everything going there. It's a nice hole. It is. A lot of people struggle on that hole because there's some blind shots there. Like if I hit the second shot and I pushed it extreme the other way, then it's a blind shot to the green. And I've played with where I bring friends as guests, to the club, and it's like they always ask, "Hey, did you see where my ball went?" And it's always like. I have a friend that won't even talk to me anymore because of that. He was like, "No way it went." It's like it's in,
I keep balls in my pocket and I wait if nobody's looking. I'll just.
Oh really? I used to always keep an extra golf ball in my pocket, but now I don't anymore. It's like I don't know. I'm hitting the ball. Well.
Sometimes I get lazy. I don't feel like looking for it.
I'm really hitting.
Ryan's.
I'm really, I'm going to play crappy today because I just said it. I'm hitting the ball really well right now. If you get a lucky break like that, like I had yesterday where it's like this far from the water, it's in the rough, not the best lie, but I mean, I'm this far from the water, 60 yards from the green. It's like, that's like, it's like getting
you skip it across the water and up there?
It's like I've skipped them across the water before. Not there. Not on that hole. This is not.
Yeah, too many rocks.
This is not a course. Our course is not a course where you're going to get a lucky break. You're not going to get that lucky bounce or anything like that on this course. You're more than likely going to get a bad bounce that lands in a very deep bunker. And the problem with the bunkers at our course is there's not even like an entry point to walk into half of them. It's like you gotta
crawl in, crawl out.
Oh yeah, I've crawled out of it before. My sand game is one of the strongest parts of my game. my short game, my sand game, because I'm in the sand a lot. I play aggressive, so it's like you end up in the sand. You end up in the not greats if you're aggressive. Not going to apologize for it. Anyways, Kent State against Toledo. Boston University. Who is that masked man? Up against Holy Cross. Charleston Southern. Back for another can of whoop ass against Winthrop. Gardner Webb against Campbell. What's that?
It wasn't a whoop ass.
It was an absolute
They were one backdoor 3 away from.
No, did you watch the game? It was they were lucky to be in it. It looked like, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, it's like one of those movies where it's like the one team is all like 6'11" to 7'2", and the other team is all like 5'8". You know, it was like one of those games. It was like they went up by 15 early, and just it went between 13 and 20 the whole rest of the way. And you're right. I mean, they had a chance at the end, but they didn't have a chance at a backdoor 3 at the end.
No,
you know,
no, but they were there.
They were there, but it was like they were there, but it was never like, it was kind of like you never really thought it was going to happen because Winthrop was just burying them. But anyways, James Madison against Florida Atlantic. I didn't even see that one on the schedule. Bowling Green against Central Mich. South Carolina Upstate against Radford. Fordham Dayton, Ohio, Northern Illinois. I know Chris is a big Northern Illinois guy. Brian, what do you like here?
Yesterday I liked Holy Cross plus the points, but today I'm going to go with Boston U. I think they woke up the second half, and that's going to continue on to today. So I'm going to lay the 13 and a half with Boston U here.
Brian, would you have bet Purdue or Nebraska today if that game would have gone at 12? Because I did a video for it, and like even before I posted the videos, it was canceled. I loved Purdue in that one. Loved them.
Yeah, I didn't even look at it, honestly.
That was like a Purdue 30-point.
I probably would have taken Purdue. But.
Yeah, buried their ass. Chris? Any of those games? Oh, Brian, did you say any of those games that you like? Boston U, right?
Yeah, Boston U minus the points.
Yeah, for me, the two that I'm leaning towards here, I like Winthrop laying the points against Charleston Southern. I think that's just another big victory for Winthrop. And as much as I love Northern Illinois, I got to go with Ohio here. Northern Illinois has just been terrible. Ohio's not the first team I want to lay 14.5 with, but they could easily win this game by 25 or 30 points. Northern Illinois is that bad, so give Ohio, lay the points.
Yeah, I like Boston University beat up Holy Cross today. This will be game number 2 for them. The first, they definitely looked good in the second half. They'll look even better in the second game. That's all I like in this time spot. I can't lay 14. I like Ohio, but I can't do it. They've been awful in the second half of games this year. Just awful.
Yeah, we played intramural flag football when I went to Boston University, and the basketball team had an intramural flag football team. I had to cover some guy who was like 6'10". Like, nothing fun about that. It's like, this isn't going to work out for me too well. I like Winthrop again. I like Bowling Green against Central Mich. I'm not scared of those Central Mich Chippewas. I like Bowling Green this year. I think they're going to the tournament to represent the MAC. I like that the NCAA tournament, they're already saying, we're having a bubble in Indiana. I love it. I love it. I love, love, love it. So since you guys asked for my opinion, or you didn't, that's what it is. Also go with Hampton. Why not? Davidson against Duquesne. Reversed line movement on that one. Went right through 0. Vandy against Kentucky. Getting a little aggressive there with the Kentucky point spreads. They win a game, it's like, oh man, all of a sudden they're double-digit favorites. Alabama against Florida Gators. Bama coming off that big Tennessee win. Clemson against NC State. Texas Tech against Kansas State, two teams that I think didn't deserve to live on Saturday. Both of them I had, and neither of them covered. Neither of them won. Neither of them covered. Neither of them did anything. Miami against North Carolina. Coppin State against Delaware State. Iowa State against Texas. Ryan, a lot of information there.
Yeah, I'm trying to compute it in my brain. I can only hold so much at a time. But I'm going to go with Vanderbilt plus the points. Way too many points for a Kentucky team that ekes out wins when they do win. And the other one I like is Alabama laying the points. Normally I would be fading a team off a big win like Tennessee, but I think that kick-started Alabama. I think they're going to cruise to a victory here today.
Yeah, the only one I like in this time slot is two I like in the time slot. Alabama, I agree. I think they're that win. Normally, this does feel like a letdown spot, but I think that just pushes them forward here. So I'll take Alabama, and I like the free bucket with Miami against North Carolina. North Carolina's just having issues consistently scoring, and as banged up as Miami's been, they've been hanging around in games. I think this is another one they hang around in. So give me Miami plus the 3.
Yeah, I like Miami there too. Miami likes to force teams out to shoot threes. North Carolina this year is about shooting 28% from behind the arc. They're just awful. Give me Miami money line. I think they get the outright win there. I like Kansas State plus the 16. I think they keep it closer with Texas Tech than that. And then too many points there. And I like Iowa
Someone's
State.
backing up the truck.
Someone's backing up the truck.
Yeah, the garbage truck out there backing up.
And give me Iowa State plus the 12. I think they come and hang with Texas. Closer game.
I think I said Texas in the video, but I like Iowa State. I think it's way out of hand. It's like Texas. It's that whole Texas thing. It's like they just get too carried away. It's like they start winning and then they get too. Let's not start sucking each other's dicks just yet. Let's see. Yeah. Little Pulp Fiction.
With the yellow ball.
That's from Pulp Fiction. It's from the wolf scene in Pulp Fiction. I've been saving that one. You know the scene, right? Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like, gentlemen. Gentlemen, let's. I'm sure I'm gonna get censored on that one. I think Texas Tech just blows the doors off of Kansas State. I think they're pissed off about that Oklahoma State game. Kansas State, the brick laying fest against TCU. Oh man, that was pitiful. I also like Bama against Florida. I think if the spread was like 6, I would like Florida, but at 3, you could play Bama here. I liked it better at 2, but 3 is good. I think, they beat Tennessee, and it's kind of like, so you would think that there'd be a letdown spot, but I don't see it. I'll lean to NC State, too, plus the points against Clemson. Mizzou against Mississippi State. UConn against Marquette. UCF against Memphis. Rutgers against Michigan State. A lot of lines through 0 in this group. And the grand finale, Kansas visits TCU.
I like 2 games in this spot. I like Mississippi State outright against Missouri. Look real scrappy against Kentucky. I know they lost in 2 overtimes, but I think they're going to come out with their head on fire. And TCU, I like taking the dog there. I just think 6 points. I think it's still sitting at 6. I don't have my thing in front of me anymore, but I just think that's too many points for Kansas. TCU scrappy. The Horned Frogs keep it within three or four.
But, you know, when you look at the Horned Frogs in their last 5 games, right, that they've won all of their last 5, Prairie View, right, 66-61. Kansas State, right, 67-60. North Dakota State. They beat Oklahoma State by a point. And Texas A&M, who's, you know, no gem. When they played the really good teams, 79-70 against Ed Cooley, 82-78 against the Sooners, and that was at home. 74-68 against Northwestern State. 56-52 against Liberty. I don't know, man.
Kansas is too public for me.
Not convinced. Well, Kansas, when you look at, you know, their last loss, Gonzaga, they lost 102 to 90 against Gonzaga. The next game was against St. Joe's, poor slobs, 94-72. They bounce. This team bounces back from losses like no one's business.
TCU is no St. Joe's though. They won 5 in a row. They're clicking. They're at home.
What are you trying to say?
TCU covers tonight.
So really, Brian, how do you feel about this one? We're just asking for a pick.
I like the Horned Frogs.
Leaning one way or the other?
I'm really leaning. I might fall over. I'm leaning so hard on that one.
Chris, don't lean too far over. You might fall on your head. What do you like in this time slot?
I lean any further back, this chair might snap off the base. I'm gonna take Missouri here. I just, you know, I like the way Missouri's been playing. Their only loss this season was to a really good Tennessee team. So I like Missouri on the road against Mississippi State. I like UCF getting a free point against Memphis. Memphis hasn't been a great cover team this year, and I think UCF might be the better team, even though they're going 3-3 compared to 6-4.
But UCF, the 3-3, you have to look at the. You know, once again, this is a team.
So one was against Michigan,
right? They were missing half their team in that game, right? They got crushed by Michigan. But when you look at their 6 that they've played, they've only played 6 games: South Florida, Houston, Cincinnati, Florida State, Michigan, and Auburn. That's the 6.
Yeah.
Okay, they're 3-3.
So.
They're a UCF, right? They lost to Michigan. They were missing most of their guys. I'm not saying they're gonna bust up the Wolverines in Ann Arbor, right? We're not saying that, but I'm saying they probably could have done better than 80-58. You know, they lost to Houston 63-54. I don't think a lot of shame in that. You know, USF, it's a local rivalry. It's a rivalry game. It was on the road.
And I think USF's actually having one of the better years that they've had over the last few years, at least. And the last one I like Rutgers getting the 1.5 on the road against Michigan State. It just isn't the same Michigan State team. I know Rutgers 0-6 under Steve Fakil against Michigan State, but I think this is the time that goes.
The line went right through 0 on that one. Rutgers -1 to Rutgers +1.5. 2.5 point line moved through 0.
Yeah, I'm still on Rutgers. Michigan State's just too public of a team for me to sort of really get behind. I like the value with Rutgers here.
The set of balls on this guy. Check out the set of balls on this guy.
They aren't golf balls, that's for sure.
Not as long as they're not yellow Titleist Pro V1s.
God.
How about the toilet where you could flush, 18 golf balls down it, and then you go to Home Depot? It's like, you look at the toilet, it's like, you could flush 18 golf balls down. It's like, who in the hell eats 18 golf balls? It's like, I can't eat more.
I take about 6 or 7 or 8, all ready to go.
Ruffalo, how many golf balls can you eat?
Depending on how long you cook them for.
I'm rooting for Rutgers, but I think Michigan State now. I'm rooting.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the big difference in that game is Rutgers and their free throws. They're just awful on the free throw line, awful in the charity stripe, and that's going to cost them here.
Any team played a
Michigan State.
tougher schedule than Marquette out there? I mean, these guys, every single game, it seems like they're in against someone, right? It's like every single game. It's like, that's the Big East, you know? It's like every single game. It's like there is no Vandy, you know? There is no Wake Forest. There is no Vandy. There's no Pitt. It's like, man, Big East is one tough conference. You can make an argument that everybody gets in the tournament. Is that it for your picks, Chris?
Yeah, that's all.
Slid to the side here. How about you, Rod? Any picks?
Yeah, I like Michigan State here. Just like I said, the Rutgers and their free throws is going to be their demise tonight. 60% is just not going to get it done. In a rough, grind 'em out game. I think Rutgers is in trouble in the charity stripe. I like Marquette. Give me Marquette. I think they come and play a really good game against UConn and squeak out a win here. Give me Marquette. And I like UCF as well over Memphis. I think they're just a better team. Get the win outright.
I like UCF. I like UConn. I'm rooting for Rutgers. The thing about Michigan State, it's the line movement that's kind of scaring me off Rutgers a little bit. I'll be honest. I'm a little bitlered out here on this one, but I think that it's not a good Michigan State team because, like we talked about, these guys are not hitting the free throws like they normally do. They're not Tom Izzo teams. They don't have like the guys like Duke and Kansas, and they'll have a good guy or a few good guys, but it's not like Duke and Kansas, and just like stocked with players. North Carolina, it's not like they're usually not like that, and usually they are a team that does the fundamentals really well. Hit the free throws, make the good passes, good rebounding teams, right? Really good rebounding teams. This one just doesn't seem to be able to do those things that well. When Northwestern's pushing you around and, Minnesota and, you can't even cover against Nebraska. It's like people are waiting for them to wake up. They're 7-3. We're talking about them like they're 3-7. Anyways, I like UConn. All right. Well, that was quick. Chris, you got a birdcage for us?
That I do. I like UCF. Plus the point. Like Alabama. Yeah, I like Winthrop.
That's two.
No, I said UCF, Alabama, Winthrop.
Oh, we missed the Winthrop. Did you guys hear Winthrop? I didn't.
I might have heard it.
Okay, sorry.
I might have.
UCF, Alabama, Winthrop.
For me, I got a mixed bag. I'm going to go Miami, money line. Brooklyn Nets, money line. And Michigan State, minus the 2. Or 1.5 if you can still get 1.5. Well, that line's moving to 2.
Lan Hum challenging me to a Top Golf. I've been there once. In Vegas, the one in Vegas. I have to say, I was there for a party. And I don't remember playing the game too much. It was okay. It's kind of it's like going to a driving range for a long time. It is, there's only so many balls you can hit, when you're really hitting, big drives like that. And also the equipment, it's like it's like these weird metal club, I guess you could bring your own clubs, but that'd be creepy, You gotta bring your own sticks to Top Golf. Show up with my PXGs. It's like, but they had at the Topgolf, my most memorable part of it was that they had these, like, they had all these appetizers in the party. Girls walk around with trays of stuff, and they had the mini chicken and waffles. It was like little waffles like this with like a chicken nugget on top of it, with syrup. It's genius. Really enjoyed that. See, it's a year later. I'm still talking about it. I'd never seen it before. Solid idea. Ruflo would just leave the tray right here.
Yeah.
Just stand right there. Hold on a second. I'm going to go hit another. Stand right there. Brian, you got a bird cage for everyone?
Yep. Alabama. Alabama lay the points. Vanderbilt plus the points, and the easy one, TCU plus the points.
Bowling Green, Texas Tech, and UConn for me. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. It was another fun day. You can always expect the unexpected here on our show. But thank you guys for joining me. Thanks, Brian, Chris, and Rod. As always, these guys just keep showing up. Hit that Skype button, and all of a sudden, it's like magic. There they are. It's like, showed up again. So a little hockey starting soon, right?
Yep. 13th.
13th? You guys going to do
13th.
some videos on our YouTube channel? You need me to do it again, or are you guys going to figure it out yourself this year? What do you think?
Probably figure it out on our own, maybe.
I could be the stooge again, like last time. Sit there, have nothing to say. I could bring my lucky penny.
We need you for when we have to do the Dallas Stars videos.
No, I can't even do this. Balls on these guys. Set of balls on that kid. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. Of course, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow. If you, like I said, if you have no enemies, you've just never taken a stand on anything. Gross sack. Gross set, right? Isn't that what they say? Have a great day, everyone. Like I said, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Have an awesome day. I'll see you guys at 5 o'clock for the computer pick show. And then I will, of course, Rufalo. Who's on the drive-thru tonight?
So waiting on my schedule from Tony.
You got Damian Sash on tonight. I know that one's in.
Sasha's on?
On Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, isn't it?
Be sure to tell him Notre Dame sucks. See, Mitch said to tell you.
He hates Miami.
So when you guys, if anyone watches the drive-thru and Sasha's on, I would like to see at least 15 comments to say Notre Dame sucks. Just the entire time that he's talking, just say
his
ND
room's
sucks.
like the opposite of Kevin Thomas. Instead of Packers, it's all Notre Dame stuff.
Yeah, just say ND sucks. The whole time.
Someone give him a novelty license plate that says just ND sucks.
I'd like that. All right, have a great day. Try and act more professional tomorrow.